What's good, YouTube? You already know it's BRTCL back with another video, man. And look, just cause that's right there, I want to show y'all that 100K every time I walk out the door. I'm trying to make 100K a month. So today we're going to be basically, I got an Audi, right? Let me make sure I got my Audi on there, right? And it got in a wreck, and I'm trying to send my cars out to Phoenix. So I already told y'all I'm trying. If you aren't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. But I was telling you guys in the previous videos how I'm more so an investor now. I invest into these rental cars and I send them out to people that I actually coach and mentor. So like my mentees and stuff like that, they actually do business with me, like the real mentees, not the mentees that just pay and halfway, you know, take the information and do something with it. I'm talking about the mentees that actually are making six figures. You know, my mentees that are making six figures in the rental car business. I take my cars and I send it to them. I let them run my cars and pay my cars off. That's how I run the rental car game. I used to have 32 cars by myself, in case you don't know, you know. So I've been there. I've been the person, you know, making six figures, running the cars by myself, but it was like a real job. So now I make a lot more money doing other things with my time. So now I really just send my cars to people and let those cars generate me income. Don't get it wrong. Don't get me wrong when I say I don't make as much money. I don't make as much money for the time that I put into it. So I'd rather these cars be out making money for me while I pay somebody else 30%, you know, just to run my cars. That way I'm making $500, you know, to $1,000 per car passively. Whereas at first I was just running my cars by myself and getting, you know, I get like $1,500, $2,000 a month per car. But now I, you know, take a little bit less of that money and get my time back. That way with my time I could go do other things and make even more money. That's how the game is supposed to be played, y'all. I use my credit to build up my rental car fleet, and then once I build my rental car fleet, you know, I started getting more time to do other things, so I started doing other things. But anyways, today we about to go pay for my car to get fixed. I'm about to go get an oil change on another car, basically just maintenance stuff. So y'all come along with me. They got my car sitting up, man. Alright, y'all, so we made it to the body shop. I don't know if y'all can kind of see it, but the car is white, but it's dented like all the way up here. Y'all can see it a little bit right here, but it's dented all the way down here, and then this little bottom piece came off as well. So I gotta get all of that done. I'm about to get that stuff paid for, and then yeah, we're gonna be out. And then I gotta take my other car to get an oil change. So I'll see y'all when we get to the Infiniti dealership. All right, y'all, so I just paid $1,300, $1,367 on that door. I don't know if y'all can really see it because the way the color of the car is very hard to see. Like I did not notice the damage even when the client dropped off the car. Like I didn't notice until like 3 days later, because I don't drive these cars every day. So like I got my own personal car, which is that Infiniti truck, but everything else I don't drive. So it's like I look at the car when it comes in, and that's pretty much it until I just feel like driving the car, which is rare. So yeah, I really just looked at it like 3 days later, and I was like, oh shit, why is it this big dent? And I contacted the client. Of course he was like, oh, I don't know what happened, I didn't even see that, you know, whole bunch of BS. That's just a rental car game, you know. They all try to play stupid dumb games. So I was like, bro, you got, like, I went to go get the estimate that day. I got the estimate that day whenever I seen the damage. And then I told him, I was like, bro, you got 4 hours. I gave him 4 hours to make the payment, because if you don't file the claim like in a certain amount of time, the insurance will be like, oh well, it's too late, you know, you waited too late to file the claim. So I went ahead and gave him 4 hours to pay out of pocket. If he didn't pay out of pocket, I told him, if you don't pay out of pocket, I'm just filed all your insurance. And that's what I did. He was like, oh, I'm gonna pay it. Of course that story went on, but I had already filed it on the insurance. I told them 4 hours. Like, you cannot play games when it comes to this insurance, y'all. Like, if the people tell y'all they gonna pay y'all, don't go by what they're telling you, because 9 times out of 10 they might be telling the truth, they might not. Most of the time they're not telling the truth. But I went ahead and filed it. Like, I wasn't trying to play no games with him. I told him, he was trying to argue with me and tell him this and that. I'm like, bro, I didn't tell him this, but I'm like, bro, I don't really care what you got to say, because at the end of the day, my car returned wrecked. Whether you did it or not, it was in your possession. The car was in your possession, so yeah, you got to pay for that. But I just made some new decisions on the way, driving to the paint and body shop and from the paint and body shop. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of a few of these cars and go all economy and just, you know, spread out my economies throughout the state, throughout the US, and just do my investments like that. And I might have my own 3 exotics. I don't know, y'all. It's just the rental car game. It's like, here in Houston, there's so many people renting out cars, y'all. It's just like, bro, honestly, I don't even want to run cars here in Houston. I just want to run cars in the smaller markets, because it's people that I know in my network, they going crazy in other states. Like, I'm talking about going crazy, while these cars over here making $70 a day. Those cars, the same cars, are going for $125 a day. And it's like, bro, I need to be in a different market. But that's business, y'all. You have to understand that there's like market changes in the market all the time with any business. So this is just a fluctuation type of thing, where I've been in the game long enough to where I can sit here and say, okay, this market is no longer good anymore, let's go ahead and hit a different market, right? But you gotta, it's like a market change, market shift for every business, not just rental cars. So it's nothing to feel bad about. It's just business, you know. Like Turo caught a big wave during 2020 in the COVID era. You know, everybody was losing their cars, so everybody was renting cars. It was easy to get cars to rent out and stuff like that. But now it's changing, and that's what it is. But that's why y'all need mentors like me to go ahead and tell y'all, hey bro, here's how you get into the rental car business without working. Like, y'all might be in a big state, say for instance like LA or Miami or something, and the cars don't rent for that much. I'll give y'all my mentees and say, bro, here's the numbers, this what my mentee is doing out here in whatever city. I don't give out the city because I don't want people to be flooding it. But yeah, here's the city, this where we gonna go to. Only my mentees get that information. Like, yeah, you go ahead and send your cars over there. I got the plug to ship out your cars with. He's gonna give you a deal, you know, $750, $500 just to ship out your car, and sit back and collect the money. As long as your insurance good, it's nothing to worry about. And as long as you put in some of that money that you make every month off of these cars, and you put it in a separate bank account and never touch it, and you wait for something to happen on these cars, you good. The rest is profit, you know. So y'all just got to understand that. Me personally, I think I'm gonna start targeting like getting these cars, these economy cars, sending them out of state to where they're not in Texas, and then letting that income pay for my exotic cars here in Houston. But I'll be the one managing these exotics, because honestly, I'm a real businessman. So it's like, I can do that. I'm not out here. I make enough money to where I chill at home and really just let my brands and my businesses do what they do. I know how to hire employees. I have enough money to hire. I know how to train employees, so I have enough money to sit there and enough time to sit there and train employees to make money for me. But getting started, it wasn't like that, right? Getting started, you know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, getting started, I had nothing. So I was out there grinding. Like, I think I was doing like 13-hour days, whatever, like 7 o'clock in the morning to like 9, 10 at night. Like, that's how I was grinding in this rental car game. Like, it was crazy. But now I've built my platform, I've built my businesses, I've gained enough clientele to where I don't have to, you know, be on the front lines doing all that stuff. I built my credit, my business credit, and I want you guys to get there too. So y'all just keep hustling, and then I'm about to go up here and try to get some of my money from these merchants, because merchants be holding my money. I'm talking like $20,000 right now. So all right, y'all, so I just got this car that I'm actually in, an oil change, and now I'm about to go, I'm setting up a credit repair business for somebody. So I'm about to go hop on Zoom with him and get him familiar with all the automations, and to let him know what's going on. I gotta set up some SMS for him, which is email marketing and text message marketing. So yeah, I'm about to go hop on a Zoom call, and then I'm in the gym later. But a real day in the life, not too fun, as I always, you know, I always tell y'all, it's not nothing crazy. It's just regular grinding on the computer and getting maintenance done on cars. So I'm gonna be making a few business moves here soon, to be shipping these cars out. So I have a little bit more different content for y'all, getting those cars out, and plus they're going to a whole nother city, so y'all actually see me doing business like in another city for the rental cars, so y'all can actually get that firsthand. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, you know, so you can see all of this content, you can see the journey. And I actually turned 22 this month on the 19th. It's the 8th right now. So yeah, I'll be turning 22 in a few more months. I mean, in a few more days, in like 11 days or something like that. And I'm trying to get exotic. I paid somebody to report a primary. For the ones who don't know, a primary is something that's, well, an auto loan primary, let me put it like that. An auto loan primary, basically showing that I've had a $90,000 car on my credit report previously. So when I go apply for like something crazy, like an exotic car that I want, it'll actually help me out with my down payment and stuff. You know, now that I have a primary, and a primary shows that, hey, this is my account. Like this is not an authorized user. This is my actual account that I've been making payments on. So that's what that's the difference between a primary and an authorized user, or a trade line, right? So that's some game for y'all. All right, y'all, man. So it's the next few days. My Audi, he called me and said it was ready, but I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's like, it's super right here. It's like a whole box. I don't know if y'all can see it though, but there's like a little box right there. So that part cool. This part is good, but nah, I told him you gotta redo that, bro, cause he tried to say that's part of the car. I'm like, nah, it's no, y'all can't really see it, but it's no way that's part of the car. So I was like, nah, bro, you gotta fix that. But I know y'all like, BR, why you in a hoodie? Man, cause when I left, it was raining. Like, it was cloudy. Look at Houston, man. It was super cloudy. It was raining. It was almost finna storm. And now, in the middle of me coming to get this car, it's like sun out. You know, it's bright. I'm like, man, come on now. So now I'm out here sweating. But it was literally just raining. But yeah, y'all, I got a couple meetings today. Of course, normal day. So stay tuned. Look, I'm in one of my rentals that came back. This rental car was involved in some illegal stuff, which all of my cars have. You know, that's the rental car game. People get these cars and do whatever with them. But at the end of the day, we always come out on top if we know how to verify our insurance and everything like that. I keep insurance on point. I keep my rental agreements on point. I keep payments on point. Everything is intact. So when the police actually was researching my car from the license plate, they would actually see my name, because this car specifically is in my business name. So they really went to the business address and, you know, was looking for me. But because of course I had to, I mean, I'm the business owner, so of course they're gonna come for me. But this car is in the business name, so they went to the business address and was leaving some notes and stuff like that. So I found out that this car was involved in some stuff probably a few days before I was about to go pick it up, right? So here's how it all went, y'all, and y'all let me know down below in the comments, W or L. So I made $11,000 off of this car in 4 months. They put 20,000 miles on the vehicle, right? Because they kept going out of town. They kept going out of Houston. So I eventually told them, like, stop going out of Houston. At first I was cool with it because they was paying on time and stuff like that, $85 a day. But then I told her to send me a picture of the mileage, and they had ran up like 20,000 miles. So I'm like, oh no, y'all gotta stop going out of the city. Like, nah, y'all can't be doing that. Even though they had a 200-mile limit every day, which they were still, of course, you know, they were still within the 200 miles a day. All right, but that's still like, nah, that's still too much. Like, you putting too much highway miles on my car. So eventually, the cops called me like a few days later and was like, hey, is it such and such? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, okay, well, your car is involved in some crime. And keep in mind, y'all, I've been in the rental car game for 3 years now. I've been in the rental car game for 3 years now, and this has happened at least 8, 9, 10 times where the cops call me and tell me my car is involved. Like, they never try to involve me in something. They never say it was me, because obviously I have a rental car business, so it's like multiple cars popping up, and I'm in the system as like, hey, this person is the owner of this rental car agency, so every time something happened with this car, it's most likely not him, because I don't have no record or nothing. I'm not a bad person. Like, I be chilling. So yeah, so they called me and was like, yeah, it's a guy in your car doing, you know, fraud and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah. I told the cop I knew something was wrong. I knew something was up, because they kept going out of town, and the lady kept saying it was for work, right? She kept saying, oh, I'm going out of town for work. So come to find out, of course, the cops, they was like, nah, this lady had the car given to somebody else. And the lady, I asked the lady, I was like, did you have somebody else driving my car? And she was like, no. Hold on, y'all. She was like, no. Well, she said, yeah, her son, but she was like, her son just be driving it here and there, not too much. I was like, yeah, that's who's, you know, going out and going way to Austin, you know, all in my cars. And Austin is like 3 hours away. Yeah, it's about 3 hours away. And that's where the cop, you know, had the surveillance video of the dude doing whatever he was doing in my car. That's another reason they knew it wasn't me. But hold on, y'all. I'm about to actually show y'all the car, like the damages. So that's part of the story, and the rest of the story, I'm about to show y'all like the actual damages on the car, which is not too bad. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's pretty worth it. Plus, I'm still getting more money from them. So I was like, if y'all don't pay this money, then we're gonna have some legal issues, right? So they're really compliant right now. So first thing, right? First thing, they had the seats super dirty, y'all. And as y'all can see, it's white interior. It's white interior, right? So it was super dirty. So I already got a what's it called? A detail and everything on the car. So the car looks super good. Like, the only thing is this part right there, that's gonna cost not less than $100. They did this on each tire. As you can see, the rim rash right all around my tire. Of course, like I said, get back, boy. The car was super dirty. Now it's like nothing even happened because we cleaned the car, right? We did a whole detail. Of course, the rims again, and then let me show y'all some more. Like, my detail guys did an amazing job. Like, they did a great job on me on these seats, right? So boom. And then this tire is messed up, of course, and then we got this dent right here. That's another thing. Y'all can see that right there, that dent. And then the rest of the car is pretty much good. So really the only thing that they did bad was the mileage. The mileage. I'm like, bro, y'all put 20,000 miles. Y'all put 20,000 miles on my car, like, in 4 months. That's a lot of miles. That's a lot of miles. But for $11,000, and I'm about to get like $4,000, $4 more thousand out of them for damages, and of course I added some on top of that. But y'all let me know in the comments. Me personally, I think it's a W, because of course we got $11,000 plus $4,000 coming, and then if not, we gonna take it. We're gonna take the legal route and get moving and shaking in that area, you know. So I mean, at the end of it, at the end of all of it, I'm a win, you know. Even though I still won, cause my car note is like $620 a month for this car, and in 4 months that's like I don't know, I dropped out of college, y'all can do the math. I dropped out of college for a reason. And then so y'all let me know down in the comments, W or L. But yeah, y'all, that's the end of this video. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. If you want to see the day in the life content like this, I might start bringing some sit down content where I sit down and teach y'all some stuff. But for the most part, I be really busy, and I be actually running around. Like, I actually be in the field. Like, I'm not a super rich person so where I can just get on here, show y'all a whole bunch of this and that. Nah, like, I'm on my journey, so I want y'all to see what's going on the back end. And yeah, like, I do make a ton of money, I'm not gonna lie. I make I make high 6 figures. I mean, I make high 5 figures every single month. But yeah, I want y'all to go ahead and subscribe so I can, you know, see this journey, see the growth. And of course, I always give y'all a game in my vlogs anyways. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram at BR the CEO. All my social media is BR the CEO, and I'll catch y'all on the next vlog.